time is 8:19 a.m. The news headline. I am always happy to see Buhari with his cows. Governor Akeredolu. The news headline says that Buhari visited his cows and Akeredolu is quite happy. The news in full. Akeredolu, Governor Rotimi Akeredolu said he takes joy in seeing President Muhammadu Buhari with his cattle. The Ondo governor is an opponent of open grazing, which has been criminalized in the state, while Buhari seems not to be against herding, despite encouraging himself. Akeredolu on Tuesday, during the visit of members of the governing board of the Federal University of Technology, Akure, to his office, again reiterated his support for ranching and went on to wax lyrical about the president and his cattle, saying, "Today, I can say that there are modern ways of animal husbandry, and we have taken the bull by decisions. Modernity has taught us that you can extract more milk from cows in a better way, more than when you take them from one place to another. It is about science. People have developed that science. I am happy when I see Mr. President go to Katsina and visit his cows. They are well kept. Technology of animal husbandry, we must embrace it." Governor Akeredolu has been known to sign the anti-open grazing bill into law through the Donald Ojogo, the Commissioner for Information and Orientation, who said that he did that on a Tuesday, September 1st. Mr. Ojogo, who happens to be his Commissioner for Information, said in a statement that the decision was in line with the resolution of the Southern Governors Forum at its last meeting in Lagos, where September 1st was set as the deadline for governors in southern Nigeria to sign the anti-open grazing bill into law. This is worthwhile and a very laudable development aimed at stemming needless instances of skirmishes, conflicts, as well as infractions on the heavily peaceful disposition of the good people of Ondo State, the statement read. It is very pertinent to aver and indeed reiterate that the law shall rather engender a more cordial, mutually benefiting relationship amongst residents of the state, irrespective of ethnicity, religion, or creed. For emphasis, no particular group or persons is the target. Mr. Akeredolu move came 3 months after the bill passed the third reading in the State House of Assembly amidst opposition from the Miyetti Allah Breeders Association of Nigeria. Other southwest states such as Ogun, Osun, Oyo, and Ekiti have passed the anti-grazing bills, and in July, the 17 Southern governors met in Lagos and set a September 1st deadline for their states to enact the anti-open grazing law. And the analysis is quite simple, that since the ranching has become a very big problem the open grazing has been a very big problem in Nigeria, where the Fulani Hêrdsmêñ allow their cows to, by foot, walk around and ply routes in the search for what to eat and greener pastures. At times they disturb a whole lot of people from doing their daily activities because of their cows blocking the roads, and sometimes they put the cows on the streets, and most often these cows actually ply people's farmland and destroy their crops and all those stuff like that. And it has really been a severe war between the farmers and the Fulani herders, and this has actually been the case before the 17 governors actually came together as one to agree that they are going to pass the anti-open grazing bill into law by September 1st as the deadline. And some governors have actually done this, whereby they gave an advice that ranching would actually be the imperative solution to the open grazing by this Fulani Hêrdsmêñ. Prior to now, the open grazing system was practically appropriate when there was less competition between man and livestock for land. However, due to recent changes in prevailing climatic conditions, droughts, increased pressure on the use of land by humans for other purposes, and abundance of pasture in most of the north, could no longer cope with forage requirements of these cattle, and as such, pastoralists opted for more sustaining nomadic approach to raising their herds by migrating to the more humid southern parts of Nigeria, where there is abundant, vegetation to comfortably cater for their needs. Concerns on the nomadic approach to cattle rearing, and the migratory nature of rearing cattle in Nigeria would not encourage cattle to gain body weight, as most of the nutrients obtained in transit are used up while covering long distances, and thus the animals are often emaciated, resulting in low calves yield, and there is increased risk of disease and parasite transmission from one location to other. And during this migratory route, it has resulted to discriminatory acts by these areas, whereby they have tampered with a whole lot of people. Aside all those things aforementioned, along the migratory routes arises indiscriminate ways of grazing, and which has resulted in issues relating to cattle rustling, destruction and damage of cultivated farmlands, which brought about communal clashes between herders and farmers, which consequent of losses of lives and properties. In fact, some of these Fulani herdsmen actually raped women that are in that community, and even children, and some people will actually even kidnap and used to perpetrate a whole lot of evil things, and it is becoming a more prominent threat to national security. And the Nigerian government, in a quest to address this issue, must have come out. They came out with several programs like grazing reserves, cattle ranches, which have hitherto failed, where there have been recent attempts to introduce cattle colony and rural settlement, where rural settlement, according to the federal government, seeks to assist pastoral families, animal farmers, not just cattle herders, to settle in an organized place with provision of necessary and adequate basic amenities such as schools, hospitals, road networks, veterinary clinics, markets, and manufacturing entities that will process and add value to meat and animal products. And this initiative, however, has received several backlashes from the people, especially in the southern part of the country, with the claim that the idea is mad with political and religious overtone. But in summary, the president visited his own state to check on his cows, in a well-built ranching, and Governor Akeredolu has applauded him for visiting his cow. That he's always happy whenever he sees President Muhammadu Buhari with his cow, so as to encourage his anti-grazing bill that he signed into law, that there should be ranches for the cows. Thanks for listening. Good morning.